and I won't do what they say. Well, I think for myself and I won't do what they say.
Hello, hello, hello. This is Gerald Salenti, and it's Thursday, January 27th, 2022. And here are some of today's trends in the news. And what a news day it is. Yep. Let's start off with the markets. So the Dow is up more than 500 points in the morning. So let's get this straight. Yesterday, the Fed head, little lying, or is he stupid, Powell, the guy that said a year ago that inflation was temporary and then transitory, now they say they're going to raise interest rates after the meeting yesterday, that they're going to be raising them aggressively in 2022 to beat inflation that he said was temporary and transitory, as did beautiful, lovely Janet Yellen. Yes, the Treasury Secretary, the former Fed head, Marona me, Miss Faccia Brute. And where is she over there? Miss Yellen. Yep. Get this in your head, everybody. The government's run by the banksters. She was the former Fed head, and now she's a Treasury Secretary, bullshitting that inflation was temporary. They knew it was high. They're not that stupid. They're very sharp. But they kept lying about it to keep pumping in the cheap money, keeping interest rates down near zero, and artificially inflating the equities and the economy. Now they have to raise them because inflation keeps going up. What they're going to do, as we wrote in the Trends Journal, your last issue, when all else fails, they take you to war. They're going to raise rates like they did under the Reagan administration. That's right. They're going to stop inflation. Again, I mentioned Yellen and being in the Treasury because that's who's controlling the government. And they're going to do everything they can to keep the current government into place. So they're going to slow down the economy, and it's going to slow down dramatically. And then they're going to pump it back up like they did under Reagan. They raised interest rates and then lowered them before the election, and presidential election. And then what followed that? Oh, yeah, the 1987 stock market crash. They're going to try to pull the same stunt. Will they get away with it? I don't believe so. But go back to your cover of the Trends Journal. When all else fails, they take you to war. And them Russians, Ukraine, yeah, no, the Chinese and Taiwan. Anyway, so the markets were very high in the beginning. You think the plunge protection team had anything to do with that? Because at the end of the day, after being up over 500 points, let's see, the Dow was up more than 600 points, closed down 7.31 points. Both the NASDAQ and the S&P were in positive territory. The S&P closed down 0.5%, and the NASDAQ continues its dive. Now we're going into the fourth week. The fourth week, it was down 1.4%. All right? These are the facts. So, you also saw gross domestic product came in a lot higher than expected. Again, it's the cheap money. But the three major averages are solidly in negative territory. They cannot withstand higher interest rates. Gold took a hit because the dollar's getting stronger. Silver went down. And as I said this in the beginning, when interest rates really go up, you're going to see gold going down. We gave the numbers, the facts, where it is, where it's going. But when the economy goes down, and it's not going to be that easy to stop inflation, you're going to see gold prices go in a whole different direction along with Bitcoin. Again, our Bitcoin trend forecasts have been totally on target where the bottom is and where the next breakout point is. It's all in your Trends Journal. Again, go to trendsjournal.com. There's no magazine like this in the world. The grand total of $2 a week, a weekly. $2 a week. You pay for the toilet paper record over here. What do you got here? All the news that's fit to print. Oh, you will tell you all the news that's fit to print. Only we know. Yeah. This was Sundays. $6 for nothing. $2 a week. This week's what, 149 pages? Last week, 160 pages, no ads. Again, if you want to see what's going on, what it means, and what's next, no magazine like it in the world. It's the Trends News Network. That's what we're putting out, as they're putting out on the Cartoon News Network, MSNBC, go F-U-C-K yourself, and all the rest selling bullshit. So, that's where we're at with gold and silver. Again, the prices are going to go up when things start going down. And Brent, $90 a barrel. What's that going to do for inflation? And now with this going on with the Ukraine, and they're cutting off Europe, about 50% of or 40% of Europe's natural gas comes from Russia. You're going to start a war with them? They're not. Again, only unless there's a false flag or a dirty thing behind the scene that makes it happen. Russia's not going to invade. But when all else fails, they take you to war, and they're getting the people's minds off what's going down with the economy. So that's what we got here. And prices had surged on Wednesday when Brent crude climbing above $20 a barrel for the first time in 7 years, amid tensions between Russia and the West and threats to the United Arab Emirates from Yemen's Houthi movement had added to oil market jitters. United Arab Emirates. Amen. U.S. helps United Arab Emirates thwart attack on Yemen rebels. Why are we involved in this? Oh, because the Nobel Peace of Crap Prize winner, Barack Obama, and that little boy Blinken over there that's now playing Secretary of State were involved in this. They sent Blinken over when Saudi Arabia announced from Washington they were going against the Houthis. And again, back in 1934, when Saudi Arabia became a country, the first people they attacked was right on their border in Yemen, the Houthis, trying to grab that. And we're involved in this? And Blinken went over there to give them strategic alliance and information, and the United States refueling the Saudi planes so they could bomb the hell out of the Yemenis, and it's the worst humanitarian crisis on earth, and not a peep from the Pope. Not a peep from the Baptists. Hey, where's the Buddhists? How about the Muslims? Where are the Jews? Why, you anti-Semite? How could you say that? Go hell with that crap. Where are they? Stop these wars. What is the United Arab Emirates doing there? Again, read your Trends Journal. We've been warning about this. War breaks out in the Middle East, military conflict. You're going to see oil prices skyrocket above $100 a barrel. You want to talk about inflation? You want to see a crash? Watch it happen. But tomorrow, tune in to our sermon for the Universal Church of Freedom, Peace, and Justice on how to stop this madness. So you go to freedompeacejustice.com, freedompeacejustice.com. The link will be there to send you to the sermon. It'll go up tomorrow around 6 o'clock Eastern Time. The United States military intervened on Monday to help the United Arab Emirates thwart a missile attack. Yeah. They could bomb this shit and kill anybody they want over in Yemen, but you can't fight back. You're a terrorist. And it has nothing to do with Iran. And what have we got here? Pending home sales dropped 3.8% in December, and they're saying because of low inventory. When interest rates go up, this thing is over. And the commercial real estate market's going to take a big hit. A big hit. Not all of it. The warehouses, they'll keep going up. Office occupancy rates going down. That kind of, yeah. and they're going up. And when they go up, this thing goes down. Compared to a year earlier, pending home sales were down almost 7%. Chile increased overnight rate 1.5% to 5.5% late on Wednesday. All right? This is going to crash economies. Commercial properties saw record sales in 2021. You read this article from the Wall Street Journal. Oh, yeah, they went up all right. Yep. Manhattan, which typically has been the top of the sales list, ranked 9th in 2021. It's never been like that. So Jim Costello of Red Capital. Manhattan has just fallen off the map relative to its size. Again, the sales are going up in warehouses and all that kind of stuff, but not in real commercial real estate. GM to build battery plant in Michigan for electric cars. Go to your top trends of 2022. What did we say? It's right up there, self-sufficiency. The way economies are going to thrive is to be made in your nation. And America has all the human and natural resources it needs to make that happen, and you're going to see more of it and more of it. Again, what's one of your other top trends of 2022? Unionization. Employees at REI store in Manhattan begin drive for retailers only union. Again, it's all there. We've been forecasting this, what it means, what's next. Here's the big story, the headline that you're paying $3 for in the toilet paper record. Breyer to retire, giving Biden a court pick. Chance to name a black woman as pledged. President Biden and his legal team, a bunch of bureaucratic pieces of shit. And that's the other thing. I don't want to hear this stuff about watch your language. We're going to send 8,000 troops to Ukraine in the area in case we have to kill more people and bomb the hell out of them, as we did in Libya and in Iraq and Afghanistan and in Syria. But you have to say it properly. Don't use that foul language. Be like an Obama who knew how to say it very properly, folks. So save your shit and grow the fuck up. President Biden's legal team. What legal team? A bunch of political pieces of shit. Bureaucrats, all in the game, making millions. Have spent a year preparing for this moment, the chance to make good on his pledge to name the first black woman to the Supreme Court. That is sexist and it's racist. Hey, Obama was black. What difference did it make? Hey, how about that guy Holder? Yeah, hold this. That murderous guy. Oh, yeah, the bank's too big to fail. Oh, no, I forgot about Colin Powell. Yeah, you remember Colin Crap Powell? Oh, what color was he? Selling the Iraq War with his colon as shit. Oh, Condoleezza Rice, the next mushroom cloud you see. Oh, I forgot about Susan Rice. We got to get that guy Gaddafi out of there. Black, white, green, yellow, pink, male, female, save your shit. Give me the best person. I run a business. I could care less what gender, what color, what race, what they believe in. I want the best person to do the job. I want the best person to do the job. Oh, you're going to bring a black person? A woman? Oh, they're going to be partial then in their area, won't they? They won't be a Supreme Court then. They'll be a partial court for their beliefs, rather than the constitutional beliefs. This is terrible. I want the best person. Save your race, creed, and color crap and shove it up your, I have to be proper, ass. Speaking about ass and assholes and the shit that comes out of them, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has been exposed to COVID-19 and says he will be isolating for 5 days, following guidance from Ottawa Public Health. Guidance from Public Health. What, are you fucking kidding me? He's hiding. He's hiding. The Canadian truckers, tens of thousands of them, are going to descend on Ottawa. And little Trudeau is running away. He's afraid of them. He's afraid of the men. He's afraid of the men. And they're selling his bullshit. Hey, fuckface, you've been vaccinated. You've been boosted. So what? You're around somebody that got COVID. What the fuck did you take the vaccine for? Why did you get the boost? You're a coward. You're a coward. What's going on in Canada with the Canadian truckers, this is a mega trend for freedom. If they do what I suggest they do, and I put the word out there to them, and did a broadcast on their Freedom Network, here's what you do. You go into Canada, you go into Ottawa rather, very slowly with all these trucks, and very slowly you go by every block, and you block off everything. Very legally, don't stop. Keep moving. If you run out of gas, let the police give you some gas to help you out. You stop this until they do what you want. How dare they tell you you have to get vaccinated? How dare anybody tell you what to put into your body? Oh, I know, eat more McDonald's. No, how about more Burger Kings? No Velveeta's for me. You must eat it. I am the Ottawa public health expert. This is big. This could be the beginning of the freedom movement. What the Canadian truckers are doing is unprecedented. And in the Trends Journal, we show how to win. How they won with the Berlin Wall, how the Indian farmers won, how they just won in Serbia, and they could win in Canada because it's the people that are in charge. And that's what everybody's lost their focus on. It's called the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, driving their just powers for the consent of the governed. You, the truckers, are the governed. You tell little Trudeau what to do. The little arrogant little daddy's boy. A little nothing with probably a pecker smaller than a cockroach, who'd be nowhere if daddy wasn't Pierre, telling you what to do. What, are you kidding me? This guy's afraid. He's a coward. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it. It is the right of the people to alter or abolish it. And we have to abolish these dictators that are telling us what to do with our mind, body, and spirit. And what the Canadian truckers are doing is huge. Not seen in America. Well, they have a rally down in D.C. last week, out of 330 million people in America, 30,000 turned out. Poop means nothing. And you got over 50,000 trucks already heading to Ottawa. And coward Trudeau hides. Oh, I was around, somebody got COVID. Go fuck yourself. Oh, speaking of which, Meghan McCain said that despite being vaccinated, she contracted COVID-19 and made her. My husband Ben and I are both fully vaccinated, McCain wrote in an op-ed for the Daily Mail in a piece published yesterday. Our daughter is 15 years old. Mercifully, she never did and never got sick. But my husband and I got very sick, more sick than the mild Omicron. What I experienced wasn't mild. It wasn't easy. And I am still fearful of the unknown long-term effects that I may experience. Then why'd you get vaccinated? Why'd you get vaccinated? Oh, I would have died. I didn't get vaccinated. I've had major rallies. Could I get the COVID? Yes. Have I? No. I build my immune system up. I take about 18 supplements and vitamins every day. How about doing that? How about getting strong and stop eating shit? No, only the vax, and it doesn't work. German vaccine mandate brings together unlikely coalition protesters. Austria will end its lockdown. EU eases rules for travelers inside bloc. Again, one thing after another. I'm saying this because the COVID war is going to end late March, mid-April. And then something new is going to take place. What is it? You tune into your Trends Journal and we'll tell you. And also, check out yesterday's interview, the podcast with Judge Andrew Napolitano. There is no authority in America that knows the Constitution better than he does, what it means, what we can do, and what it's about. He's an authority with a judicial background unmatched. And for your vaccine passports, religious vaccine exemptions, freedompeacejustice.com, and join the church. Join the church. Freedom, peace, justice. Join the church. Because we're speaking out for freedom. All the religions not saying a word about it. Pope telling you to get vaccinated. We're talking about peace. None of the others are. And we're talking about justice. While the bigs rob us, rape us, and get a slap on the wrist. freedompeacejustice.com. Do what you can. The future's in your hands. This is Gerald Salenti, and that's some of today's trends in the news. The COVID-19 war has changed the world, but who's prepared? What's next? It's in your Trends Journal. Trends Journal subscribers are prepared. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Read history before it happens. From the world leader in trend forecasting.